Namaste yogis and welcome to the Bakasana tutorial. The Bakasana, also popularly known as the crow, is one of the most challenging postures, that is, once you start getting deeper into your yoga practice. Now, just to talk a little about Bakasana, the Bakasana requires two key things for you to work on as you move into the posture. One, to have strong arms, because you will essentially be balancing yourself on your arms. Your entire body is going to be balancing, is going to be finding its balance on your arms. So you need to make sure that you have nice, good, strong arms, strong shoulders, strong wrist action, and you need to work on each of those separately as you move into your yoga practice. The second thing, which is equally important, is going to be a strong core. The reason is you are going to be lifting your entire body and taking it forward, balancing them on your arms. So for you to be able to find good balance, you need to make sure that your core is strong and tight so that when you suck it right in, you're able to lift up with ease versus trying to push up. So remember, the intention of doing a Bakasana is not to kick up, because that may lead to you falling over or toppling over, but to very neatly and very smoothly take control of our body and then go up into a balance on our arms. Now, some of the workouts for you to be able to strengthen your arms are things like your push-ups, things like your dolphin push-ups, things like your scapula push-ups. All these work around your arm area and help you to really strengthen your arms and your shoulders. Things which help you in your core are things like your high plank, your low plank. These will also really help you in strengthening your arms. You can also do the Navasana or the boat pose to be able to strengthen your core. So you can hold the Navasana for a few seconds, and then you can do a few dynamic Navasana reps, which means that you hold your Navasana and then go back and forth as you hold a Navasana. So work on your core strength, work on your arm strength, and then gradually move into working the Bakasana. But today we're going to talk about the alignment of Bakasana and what are the things you need to take care of when you are getting into your Bakasana. So let's start. Now, in order for you to be able to start, we come into Vajrasana and we face the head of our mat. What we do is we take our palms and we place them shoulder width apart. So make sure your palms are shoulder width apart and you can come up. Once you're here, we are seeing that our palms are shoulder width apart. What we need to do to be able to have strong arms and strong action over here is use each part of our shoulder, arm, fingers and the palm. Right? How do we do that? We make sure that when we place our hands on the mat, our hands will not remain flat, which means they don't remain flat like this, but we engage them. So our fingers are going to move and our knuckles are pretty much going to be lifted. Watch this palm movement. So my hands, my palms are constantly moving to make sure that my palms are engaged. It's almost as if I'm trying to grab onto something. Notice the upper part of my arm. Non-engaged arms look something like this, which means if I try to go up like this, my arms are not engaged and I may fall over because there's nothing strong carrying the weight of my body. So what I do is I am going to engage. You see the difference? You see this and see the difference here. This is solid arm engagement when you're putting all your focus into your arms. So now my focus is on my palms, where my knuckles and fingers are engaged, and on my arms, which means I'm engaging my arms. From here, I lift up and I walk slightly ahead and I get my feet closer to my body. Feet will not be far apart, feet will be placed together and I'm going to bend. So my feet are now placed together, trying to bring my knees close to my armpits. So I'm trying to lock my knees behind my armpits as far as I can. Watch this. Palms engaged, arms engaged. Feet come forward and feet together. Now, my left knee goes behind the left armpit, right knee goes behind the right armpit. And I'm here. So now I'm just looking forward. And I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to lift up, I'm not going to fall over, nothing. Just be here. Come to the tip of your toes and just be here. And look forward. Stay here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. come back. Once you come back, we're going to now move to the next step. Come back into position. So palms on the floor, fingers engaged. Come forward, arms engaged. Now we're going to lock the knees behind our armpit. Once again, lift only the left leg. Stay here. 1, 2, look forward, not down, forward. 3, fix your gaze. 4, 5, relax, come back. Take a second here before we move into the right leg. So now, come back to posture, lifting up, engaging, coming forward, locking knees behind, lift up the right leg. Watch how my right foot is engaged and I'm looking forward. 1, fingers engaged. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax and come back down. So now we have done 3 steps as a build up to our final Bakasana posture. It may so happen that you will not be able to still move up as you move into your Bakasana. Understand that that may happen because you still have to build on your core strength and your arm strength. So what you need to do is keep working on the posture we shared till here today and come back to your Bakasana while you build up your arm strength and your core strength simultaneously. For the final posture. Hands, palms on the ground, lifting up, walk forward, feet together, locking behind. So locking left knee behind left armpit, right leg behind right arm. Watch me. I'm looking forward. My core is being sucked inside and I'm tightening my core. Lifting up one leg. Fingers engaged. Lifting up the other leg. Stay here. 1, 2, feet engaged. 3, arms engaged. 4, 5, gaze fixed. Relax and slowly come back to the floor. So that is your Bakasana. Highly recommended that you go to the Bakasana through each step. So do not try to jump because if you do, you will topple over, and even if you do make it once or twice, you may not be able to do it with the right technique. So recommended that you understand what are the key things needed in order to achieve a Bakasana and then follow the process. Because once you do that, you're going to realize that the Bakasana that you're holding is going to be extremely stable. Focus on tightening and pulling your core as you lift up. Focus your arms, focus on your palms, your wrist, focus on your shoulders so that you are able to truly be present with yourself, that your body and mind should be truly connected when you're going into your Bakasana so that every other thought fades away and it is just you and your posture. We're going to try it one last time before you go. Let's come back. Come back in posture, into position, arms in front, outside knees, fingers engaged, lifting up, walk forward, feet together, knees behind armpits, core engaged. Inhale, lift leg up, exhale, right leg up. 1, fingers engaged. 2, feet engaged. 3, gaze fixed forward. 4, core sucked in. 5, and relax and come back. So that was your Bakasana. Hope you have a great time practicing this. Happy flowing, my fellow yogis. Thank you.